I feel like a lot that we are underestimating the masses of the world. And I think people deserve complex, beautiful music.
I guess I should build some type of skin and let breathe the air and love the things I know might disappear.
You know, obviously from the beginning of my career, when I was like 16, I talked a lot about the environment just because I loved it, and I didn't know that it was activism at the time, because to me it was just, this is something I find really cool and I love it so much, and I don't understand, you know, why we're hurting her and each other. You know, it was more like a just emotional, natural thing. But then I realized that I don't want to only be spiritual and emotional. We talk about facts and the statistics of the world and the environmental crisis or war or the numbers of deaths, or it becomes very like an unemotional language. And I realized in the political world there is so little vulnerability and emotion, which I think is the reason why people are disconnected to the politicians, especially the young people, because they're so much younger than the politicians now. And if politics are gonna have no emotion and music is gonna have only emotion, I feel like there's no bridge in between. And I decided that I need to do more and talk about things in a different way now. I'm grown up and I don't want to be a fairy out in the woods anymore. I need to be in touch with the realness of the ugly things in the world as well, you know. I think it's my favorite thing about performing, that because I say so much in my songs, but when you sing them in front of people, it's so much more clear. I feel the songs so deeply in my belly, even the songs I've been singing for 10 years, I feel them so intensely. So I feel like it's so clear, and I feel like people feel it, even without words. But then also I do speak a lot about the things that is close to my heart, because I want my shows to be an escapism for people, a celebration of themselves, but also have moments where we connect with the world and what's happening, and the fact that we are very lucky to be here. I think we are very naturally empathic creatures, but I think it's hard for us to have the empathy we're supposed to have with each other, because we're extremely disconnected and we're overwhelmed by the pain we see out there, mixed with also the pain we all go through in our own lives, some much more than others. We would be much happier if we devoted more time, I think, to being invested in what's happening out there. I feel like many people, which I understand, is just overwhelmed by, you know, I can't have my own life and then worry about the children in Palestine or Sudan or Congo every day. But still, when you start kind of caring again, something happens in you that is very good.
This next song is for Mother Earth. And yes.
It's important for me to stand up for as many as I can, because the world changes all the time, and now some people are lucky, some people are at peace, but these things can change all the time because the leaders we choose sometimes, they promise us things we don't need, and then without us knowing, they take from us the things we do need, you know. If the food we eat now doesn't even come from the earth anymore, and a lot of the connection we have is through like, our phones, and then how we perceived being loved is through numbers and views. And the music, like this magical, cool as fuck language that speaks directly to our soul. If the music isn't saying things anymore that we need to hear, I fear that like everything we put in us and everything we surround ourselves with are just dead things, dead food, dead music, dead planet. Like I just feel like somewhere like spiritually that it feels scary. I feel like a lot that we are underestimating the masses of the world. And I think people deserve complex, beautiful music that speaks to them in ways they will understand, because we are very clever creatures. But yeah, I don't know, it's a strange world, but it is beautiful as well. I do have hope for the future.